Nordics are an archetype that mean a lot to me. They were my second video on this channel and my first personal deck profile. It was also my first deck that I really devoted a lot of time to putting together and making really good. I saw potential in the archetype and wanted to bring out that potential as much as I could, and really wanted to make the best deck I could out of it. And that has been my philosophy for pretty much every deck profile I've ever done. Seeing a low tier deck and wanting to bring out the best in it. And I kind of gave up on Nordics after a while. Once Duelist Alliance came out, the deck was just so slow compared to all the new stuff. And I've tried multiple times to bring the deck new life, but unfortunately, without any new support, any good support at least, because Jormungandr and Vinir were both absolute trash, the deck just couldn't keep up with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Of course, modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Was also like 3 years ago, Duelist Alliance, or however long ago it was. So, with that being said though, I am thoroughly excited for both freaking Golvig, I'm probably mispronouncing it, of the Nordic Ascendant, and Alvis of the Nordic Alflar. Oh my god, I was not expecting this. So, I was not expecting this, I was expecting this, I wasn't expecting this to be good, but this was so cool. So guys, big Nordic fan here, low tier for life, bringing you guys an update on yesterday's video. We now know what the Nordic Link does. And we also got a reveal for Soul Fusion that we are getting a TCG exclusive card for it. Hopefully it's not the only thing, and there's some illusions that it won't be. I really hope it's not the only card. Otherwise we're going to have another Neospatian repeat where, oh, one cool promo, one cool card that's a TCG exclusive, and then that's it. And that really bugged me with Neospatians. Hopefully Neospatians are getting more support that we just don't know about, but I digress. So, what does Golvig do? Okay, so she's a Link 1, Light Fairy, Link Effect monster, 800 attack, points bottom left. Is a level 5 or lower, and needs a level 5 or lower Nordic monster. Now, they most likely specified level 5 or lower, because every single main deck Nordic that you actually want to play is a level 5 or lower. The only ones that aren't, that are level 5, that are higher than level 5, is Jormungandr and Vinir, and both of them are absolute garbage and should never ever be played in any Nordic deck whatsoever. Like, the only idea that I can think of for why they did that in particular, where you need to use a level 5 or lower, so that your opponent can't just link off with the with Vinir or Jormungandr if you gave them to them to, well, be able to just get a free Link 1. I digress. So, what does this beautiful waifu do? If this card is Link summoned, you can banish up to 3 cards from your hand and or field, and if you do, special summon that many Nordic monsters from your deck in defense position. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters except Azir monsters, nor normal summon or set any monsters. You can only use this effect of Golvig of the Nordic Ascendant once per turn. While this card points to an Azir monster, your opponent cannot target that monster with card effects. Also, monsters your opponent controls cannot target this card for attacks. This is amazing. Okay, I can't really say amazing, okay, but I love it so much. This opens up so many new possibilities for Nordics. Nordics have always had a little bit of a thing for banishing. Valkyrie, one of their main playmakers for being able to easily summon out Odin, requires you to banish 2 Nordics from your hand and control nothing else, and then you get 2 tokens to instantly make Odin, which is cool and all. This thing kind of has the same idea where you banish 3 cards from your hand or field and then summon any number of Nordics from your deck. The cool thing is that they don't have to be tuners, there's no specifications, and they just get summoned in defense position. That's really cool and enables a lot of really cool ideas in how you can play the deck now. Also, additionally, this opens up all sorts of cool ideas for future support. Nordics, despite their loving of banishing their stuff, you know, between this card, Valkyrie, and then also each of the 3 Azir will banish one of their respective tuners to summon themselves from the graveyard. This opens up the idea for future Nordics to have effects when they are banished. And we're actually going to see that with the new one that's been revealed for Soul Fusion, for our world exclusive, world premiere, whatever you want to call it. And that's really, really cool. I can't wait to see what Konami is going to do with this in terms of ideas. Moreover, this has no restrictions on what cards you can banish. It doesn't say Nordic, it doesn't say monsters, it doesn't say spells, it doesn't say traps. It's any 3 cards. And heck, you can even banish yourself, which is kind of interesting. You wouldn't want to do it, but you can do it if you wanted to. And that's really cool. There's all sorts of different ideas that you can do with this. If you already have a set field, like let's say you already have Tanjostir or Tangrisnir, which is pretty set up, that, or even more likely, you have the token span summoned off of Tangrisnir and you have a Tanjostir, you can switch Tanjostir to attack mode, summon out a Goldfax or something, then link off with the one of the tokens into her, because hey, the tokens are Nordic monsters if my memory is correct. I actually got to check that again, but either way, you can just use Tangrisnir, or Tanjostir I should say, then banish 2 other cards and get out even more stuff. It's so good. This card, yeah, sure, it's a big Ash target, which actually I've read that due to PSCT, if your opponent ashes this, you don't lose anything because the banishing is part of the effect, not the cost. So you don't have to worry about losing too much if your opponent does ash you. You get so much advantage off of this. And oh god, I love it so much. This card is so cool. It's amazing. I love it. But I also can't say it's amazing because you banish 3 cards to get 3 more cards from your deck. I love so much about this card. And not only that, but also, as I said, this opens up new avenues for ideas of playing. Now, yes, annoyingly, you can always summon Azir for the rest of the turn. You can't do anything else. So, you can't flip her into a new one, or you can't summon out another Golvig and just kind of get around the, oh, it's only a Link 1 thing. But they future-proof that, okay? The reason being is they don't want to do this. Okay, imagine if it didn't have this right here, where you can't summon anything except Azir. Now imagine this with Needle Fiber in the game. Without this part here. That would be stupid. We don't need that. But I do like this a lot. This card is really cool. It is a bit annoying that you can't summon anything. I would prefer that it just said you can't summon anything except Azir from your extra deck or something. That would have been a lot better, because then you could play like a Giant Rex or Dotscaper in your deck, so then you could really get around with the linking and the, well, more so the synchroing. Really cool. Now the really cool thing about this is my immediately thought of like good banishing targets is Metaphys. You can banish 3 Metaphys cards, and you don't care if you can't use them. Their effects activate during your opponent's turn. So you banish 3 Metaphys, you get their effects during your opponent's turn, and you can just go off from there. That is really cool. Now, unfortunately, you can't go crazy with like the data list plays because you'll banish your own stuff. But you get my idea. Like, you'd be able to search, you'd be able to spell something, you'd be able to get all sorts of cool stuff going off from there. And also, if you were to banish a trap card, like the Metaphys Ascension trap card, you get a search right then and there. That's really good. There's so many ideas that I'm like floating around with this. I feel rejuvenated. I'm really, like, I've already been testing out Metaphys. I'm gonna like record a deck profile tomorrow when I have time, and then scrap it for Nordic Metaphys, try that out. Gonna proxy Golvig until I can actually get my hands on her. God, I freaking love this card. Now then, speaking of having Nordics that have effects that happen when they are banished, meet Elvis, not to be confused with Elvis. Elvis. That's gonna make an Elvis joke, but it turned into Elvish. Elvish. Oh god, that's a tongue twister. Anyway, so Elvish, god dang it, I can't say it now. Alvis of the Nordic Afflar. Level 4 Dark Spellcaster effect monster, 1500 attack, 1000 defense. Now, typically speaking, the Afflars have hand manipulation effects, but however, this thing actually has deck manipulation effects, and I love it. So, if this is the only card banished by the effect of a Nordic Link, like for instance her, you can send it to the graveyard, 1 Nordic monster you control and 2 Nordic monsters from your deck whose total levels equal 10. Then special summon 1 Azir monster from your extra deck. If an Azir monster in your possession is sent to your graveyard by your opponent's card, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 1 Azir monster from your extra deck with a different name from the cards in your graveyard. You can only use this effect of Alvis of the Nordic Alfar once per duel. So, his graveyard effect is a once per duel effect where, oh, you kaiju'd my Odin? Okay, banish, special summon Thor. I love that. His effect also to basically cheese out the Azir by, well, okay, you banished him for good old Golvig's effect. Well, sorry, Golvig's effect. And then you get to cheese out an Azir through that way and also loading up your graveyard. And just like Golvig, he has no restrictions on what Nordics you send. They just have to equal 10. Including the 2 monsters from deck and the 1 monster from field. So you can send a copy of Thanatos and a copy of Goldfax along with a copy of a Valkyrie you control or something. Or even better, you'll summon Alvis off of Golvig and you'll be banishing an Alvis for her effect. Then you can use Alvis's effect to send the Alvis you just summoned to graveyard and then send a level 4 and another level 2 from your deck to graveyard, and then hey, you got level 10. That is really, really good. My only qualm with this card is it special summons, not synchro summons. Which means it makes your Azir's revival effects moot. They cannot summon themselves back from the graveyard because they were not properly synchro summoned. Would have really killed Konami to treat this special summon as a synchro summon effect. Would it have really killed you, Konami? I would have loved to have seen that, but oh my god, I love these cards so much. Nordics are one of my favorite archetypes, and yeah, this is probably a lot of bias because they're a lot of my favorite archetypes, but just so awesome to see this deck get good support. Especially after the disappointing release of Fenrir and Jormungandr back in the Legendary Collection 5Ds. I don't think this deck would ever get more support, and we are, and that's so cool. Oh. Konami, please don't let this be like Neospacians where you just gave them 2 cards and said, and well, called it a day. Oh my god, I love these so much. I can't wait till these get put onto YgoPro so I can test it out. I can't wait to get my hands on these cards. Unfortunately, Alvis comes out in Soul Fusion, which isn't until November, but hey, that's only, what, 2 months away, something like that. Golvig comes out in like, what, 2 weeks? Barely 2 weeks, it's more like a week almost. Yeah, I think the Legendary Hero Dex comes out on like the 5th or something. So I really can't wait to be testing out this. Oh god. Is Nordics going to be actually any good? No, not really. Not unless there's more stuff. Which is hinted at, because if you look at this, if only this card is banished by the effect of a Nordic Link monster. Any Nordic Link monster. Which implies we might get more. Now granted, this is future-proofing the card for if they do ever print more, but that hints at the possibility of more Nordic Link monsters. Which is really, really cool. And it doesn't matter where he's banished from. Hand, deck, grave, field, wherever. If he's banished for the effect of a Nordic Link monster, or banished by the effect of a Nordic Link monster, you will get his effect to just cheese out one of your Azirs. I love that. This is cool. Konami, please keep up with this. Keep up with the legacy support. Especially keep up with this legacy support for Nordics. I love this so much. Oh god, I can't wait to really, really get around to doing this, to messing around with this. Nordics, my babies, I can't wait to return to you. So guys, what do you think of the Nordic stuff? Are these good? Are these bad? And also, sorry about the cheesy intro. I just really, really, really wanted to just kind of express how much these cards mean to me. I mean, look at this. My Nordic deck profile, my 2nd video on this channel, is the 4th most viewed video on my channel. Which is so freaking weird. It was the most viewed for the longest time. It was like the most viewed for like 2 years, and then it got toppled by Dungeon Dice Monsters of all things. And that's game 1. And I did a 2nd game. The 2nd game is like has only like 2,000 views. God. Oh god, this video is bad. Don't watch that. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. See you all later. Peace out and goodbye.